Welcome, everybody. Namaste. Saskia here again. Let's dive together into the history of Yin Yoga and what Yin Yoga actually is. Let's dive into it. Each Yin pose is an opportunity to crawl into ourselves and stay a little bit longer. From Sarah Powers, one of the most influential people when it comes to the world of Yin Yoga. We're going to learn today what is Yin Yoga, the history of Yin Yoga, and the benefits of Yin Yoga. Now, what is Yin Yoga? Per definition, Yin Yoga is a slow meditative practice targeting connective tissues and promoting stillness. What is Yin Yoga in the context of other yoga styles? Let's dive into it. So Yin Yoga, the pace is slow and meditative. The focus is deep connective tissues, ligaments, and fascia. The practice is long-held poses, 3 to 5 minutes, up to 10, 15 minutes. And the benefits are to enhance flexibility, promote relaxation, and encourage introspection. Vinyasa yoga, in comparison, the pace is dynamic and flowing. The focus is strength, flexibility, and cardiovascular health. The practice is sequenced movements synchronized with breath. And the benefits is building muscular strength, improve stamina, and boost energy levels. In Hatha yoga, the pace is moderate and balanced. The focus is on alignment, breath control, and basic postures. And the practice is a combination of poses and breathing techniques. And the benefits are to enhance overall body awareness, reduces stress, and improves posture. And Ashtanga yoga, pace, fast-paced and rigorous, strength, endurance, and flexibility. And the practice is a fixed sequence of poses performed in a specific order. And the benefits are increases physical strength, promotes discipline, and enhances mental focus. Now, of course, all these yogas have a little bit of the benefits among each other. They're not so exclusive as it's written here. It's just for the sake of simplicity and clarity. Yeah, Hatha yoga also builds muscular strength and boost energy levels, can also promote discipline if you do it every day. And Vinyasa yoga can also improve posture, and Yin yoga and Ashtanga as well, okay? But this gives you a little bit idea that there's like different styles and sequences, and Yin yoga among them is the most calm one, where we hold the poses the longest. Also in Hatha yoga, we can hold a pose up to 5 minutes, yeah? But there's a different quality to it. It's focusing on deep relaxation, whereas in Hatha yoga, it's focusing on deep alignment and energetic awareness. So the focus and the intention is a little bit different. In Hatha yoga, it's also like poses like the tree pose or warrior that we hold for like 3 to 5 minutes. In Yin yoga, we don't do that. We hold poses on the ground where we can really rest and relax into them. In Yin yoga, we use the muscles to enter the pose, and then we find relaxation. Now, what are emotional benefits of Yin Yoga? It's a mind-body connection. It encourages mindfulness and present moment awareness. It creates a safe space for emotional exploration and release. Also, stress reduction activates the parasympathetic nervous system, promoting relaxation, helps lower cortisol levels, and alleviate anxiety. Emotional release. Long-held poses allow subconscious emotions to surface naturally, and facilitates the processing and release of stored trauma. Enhanced self-awareness, it promotes introspection and deeper understanding of one's emotional landscape. It supports emotional resilience and healing. Another big benefit of Yin Yoga is the fascia release. That's in part, it's quite unique to Yin Yoga. You work much more on the muscles, ligaments, and tendons in Vinyasa, Hatha, and Ashtanga Yoga, and there's like a million yoga styles out there. And it's very unique to Yin Yoga and restorative yoga to work so deep on the fascia and connective tissue, which is a crucial, important aspect of self-healing, especially when it comes to us reaping the emotional and mental benefits that we get from Yin Yoga. And it makes this depth of emotional and mental benefits very unique to Yin Yoga, because it also works on the fascia, on the deep connective tissue, because this is the area where we store emotions, we store memories, we store trauma. And as long as we work on that tissue, we cannot break these cycles and we cannot heal that. And as soon as we enter this, we will find tremendous healing benefits that we do not find in any other practice. Now, understanding fascia, connective tissue that surrounds muscle, bones, and organs. There is a full class on muscles and fascia for you guys. And then it plays a crucial role in maintaining structural integrity and flexibility. Yin Yoga's approach is it targets deep fascia layers through sustained poses because the fascia needs at least 90 seconds in and stretch to experience and absorb the stretch. If we stretch less than 90 seconds in one pose, we're not targeting and reaching and activating that fascia part. It uses gentle pressure and passive stretching to release tension. The physical benefits of fascia release through Yin Yoga are it improves joint mobility and overall flexibility. It reduces chronic pain and muscle stiffness, and it enhances circulation and nutrient delivery to tissues. And then the emotional benefits. Physical tension stored in fascia can contribute to emotional stress. Releasing fascia tension can lead to emotional relief and a sense of lightness. And as well, it supports the release of trauma held within the body, promoting holistic healing. Why should we choose Yin Yoga? Well, first of all, for holistic healing, it is a unique combination of physical, emotional, and energetic benefits for comprehensive well-being. It balances the active, dynamic aspects of other yoga styles with its introspective nature. So Hatha Yoga is also quite introspective, but when it comes to Vinyasa, which focuses a lot on the breath, or Ashtanga, there's much more outward energy. If you watch the Yin Yang class, you'll exactly know what I mean with that. And so Yin Yoga can be in beautiful balance and add on to just go deeper into the practice. There is so much more time and space for introspection. We're not distracted. What's the next pose? What's the alignment? Like we get in Vinyasa a different introspection of learning to feel our body correctly. And I always make this joke when I'm sitting in like spiritual circles and people tell me about Akashic records and stuff. I'm like, it's nice you can read the Akashic records, but can you read and control your feet, right? Like this is the universe we have direct access to. And so it's really important to get to know your body from the inside and get in full control around your body because this is your life. This body is your home, okay? But Yin Yoga gives us this unique ability to just dive deeper into our own reality. Depending on in which pose we are, we enter a different aspect of our own reality, triggered through the meridian or through the emotion that is stored and activated in that pressure, in that stretch, in that pose. And so it gives us a very beautiful frame and space to explore ourselves on a much deeper level. It's a trauma-informed practice. It provides a gentle approach for those recovering from trauma. It encourages self-compassion and safe emotional expression. Yeah. So Yin Yoga, I can highly recommend. So this is not a trauma-informed training because it goes beyond the scope of a 50-hour training. But if you really love Yin Yoga, I can highly recommend you to read the book, The Body Keeps the Score. It's a very amazing book that teaches you a lot about how trauma works in the body, and you will instantly know how you can improve and adapt your Yin Yoga practice to be more trauma-informed in your approaches. I'm also spilling the tea here and there. I'm a yoga therapist for post-traumatic stress disease, and so it's naturally pouring into my work here with you guys. But nevertheless, there's definitely a huge space for you to deepen that. Naturally, people that have trauma gravitate to Yin Yoga because it really brings a unique way of relief and healing. And the more you know, the deeper you can bring the people and the more you actually have impact and change into the world. But naturally, even if you don't know anything about trauma, even if your people don't know anything about trauma, them going to Yin Yoga does bring healing for trauma automatically. It just does that. It's very complementary to other practices. It enhances flexibility and relaxation, benefiting practitioners of more active yoga style. It's a really great add-on. It's a very great complement to that. And it can be integrated into fitness routines for balanced physical health. That's something I do. So before and after every of my gym sessions, I really love weightlifting. Before and after, I always do 20 minutes Yin Yoga. Before and after, that really opens my body for it. It gets me more focused, more clear. I have more body awareness during the weightlifting, and then after, simply to come back down from the stress, to close that moment of stress and endurance and come more back into Zen, relaxation, being in tune with my body as well, finding more of my balance again, and also just stretching the parts of the body that were used in the weight training. And then what's really beautiful about Yin Yoga is its high accessibility. It's suitable for all fitness levels, including those with injuries or limited mobility. And it focuses on personal experience and internal awareness rather than external achievement, which is a huge thing we need in our society today. So these key characteristics give like an amazing framework and set of benefits that we in our modern society really, really need. Now, summary of what is Yin Yoga. Yin Yoga's unique place among various yoga styles, its profound emotional and physical benefits, especially for trauma and fascia release, and the holistic approach that integrates mind, body, and spirit. Now, where does Yin Yoga come from? So Yin Yoga has several roots and several streams. It's a quite new style that was born in the 19th century. Do I say that 19th century? I think so, but now we have 21st century, so 20th century, sorry. So between 19 and 2000 sometime, yeah. In that time, it slowly derived, okay? Now, one part of its roots is in the Taoist practices. So Taoist practice is of ancient China. Kung Fu or Qigong or Tai Chi are parts of Taoist philosophy. The book of I Ching as well as part of Taoist philosophy, also Tao, yeah, often called, so sometimes written with T, sometimes with D. Now, the philosophy, and that's an interesting thing, Yin Yoga is the only yoga style that is not rooted in India and in the Vedas, but it's coming from the Chinese part of the Eastern Hemisphere, okay? Now, the philosophy is very simple: to balance yin and yang, to balance active and passive. And so it's very common in the Taoist practices for people who practice strong martial arts to also practice Qigong or Tai Chi for more grounding and for more balance within. Then also practices like Qigong, Taoist meditation, and focus on meridians and energy channels definitely supported the growth or the evolution of Yin Yoga, especially practices like focus on meridians. Something like acupressure, for example, is a form of therapy to work with meridians, which are energy channels in the body. And so Yin Yoga is the same as receiving acupressure, but you do it yourself. And it's interesting, I'm shooting this here right now, sharing this with you from Thailand. Thailand is famous for Thai massage, and traditional Thai massage feels like somebody doing yoga to you, okay? Which is really interesting. And so Yin Yoga is basically another healing modality that works the same way as acupressure therapy. And then a key concept from the Taoist roots is that yin complements yang for holistic well-being. That means rest and rejuvenation complements activation for optimal well-being. Whatever there is a night, there needs to be a day. Wherever there's action, there needs to be rest as well. Then we have the Indian yogic traditions. We have Hatha Yoga, importance of long-held postures for mindfulness and flexibility. Yeah, so it's kind of derived from Hatha Yoga. Hatha Yoga is a style where we hold in pose for longer time, also up to 10 minutes. I did chair pose already for 10 minutes, yeah. Goddess pose for 10 minutes, Paschimottanasana for 10 minutes. Patanjali himself says that if you hold one asana for 4 hours and 58 minutes, you will find liberation, samadhi in that yoga pose. This is Hatha Yoga. And so we know already from Hatha Yoga how important it is to hold a posture for longer, for more flexibility and mindfulness. And then also we know from the science from the philosophy of the gunas that yin is a representation of tamas, and our lifestyle is very rajas, and tamas can give a very nice, deeper balance to that. It's kind of like a natural consequence that Yin Yoga was born because life got so much more active than it used to be. It got so much more activating, stimulating. So the gap was there for more under-stimulating practices, and Yin Yoga definitely is one of them, because Hatha Yoga can still physically be very challenging. We still have muscle engagement, yeah. It's very active poses, just held for a longer period of time. And so Yin Yoga is like this complement to our society where we just need to slow down. Then it has an influence from martial arts as well through Polly Sink, yeah. Feel welcome to Google this guy. And so Polly Sink is a martial artist and Taoist yoga teacher. So he's very rooted in Chinese medicine, but he's also a yoga teacher. And so what he did, he integrated Taoist principles with yoga and created early forms of Yin Yoga by seeing which yoga poses to activate which meridians and how can I hold them longer in a relaxed way to really promote perfect acupressure to these meridians. So he was the one who then used asana and explained why he's doing asana in that certain way, asana is yoga posture, through traditional Chinese medicine. And then we have Paul Grilly. He's a really important influence in Yin Yoga. I can highly recommend all Paul Grilly videos. Old school times, we bought them on VHS or DVD. I can highly recommend buying his videos. They are amazing. They teach you so much. He's like a real incredible genius when it comes to the world of yoga, especially Yin Yoga. And he wrote the book, The Anatomy of Yin Yoga. It's definitely a must-have for everybody. Yeah. And so he studied the fascia and the connective tissue. That was his focus. So the Paulie Sink, he was focused on traditional Chinese medicine and on the meridians, whereas Paul Grilly is really focused on connective tissue and fascia, which was like groundbreaking in that time in a way how we saw human physiology, human anatomy, and how we use yoga to go into these parts of our body that are really needed, especially for our mental health. And he's also influenced by traditional Chinese medicine and the meridians. He also uses the meridian concept as well. Later on in the meridian class and in a class where I bridge yoga philosophy and traditional Chinese medicine, I exactly explain you why I also, though I'm not a traditional Chinese medicine practitioner, I'm an Ayurvedic practitioner, why I'm still using the meridians as well for planning and designing and working with Yin Yoga. And then why Grilly structured Yin Yoga for a modern audience. So he was really the groundbreaker who made Yin Yoga super accessible and promoted it in the West and made it in a very clear, nice set structure that places the Western mind to go deeper into it. The next one is Sarah Power. From Sarah Power was the first quote that we had in the beginning of this class, that Yin Yoga is an invitation to come deeper into yourself and stay longer there. And Sarah Power founded a form of yoga that's called Insight Yoga. She also was really groundbreaking in bringing Yin Yoga more into the Western world, especially to women. Paul Grilly was still very functional, and Sarah Power added really this mental and spiritual wellness aspect to it. And her book is called Mindfulness Meets Yin. I can also highly recommend that. Also, Sarah Power is an amazing person. She still gives in-person retreats and workshops in Bali. And so definitely, if you ever get the chance to practice with her, do so. And Sarah Power, she was a student of Paul Grilly. She just gave her own personal feminine spin to that. And the contribution she gave into Yin Yoga was she integrated mindfulness and Buddhist teachings with Yin Yoga, which really added this more spiritual touch to it. And she had a really big impact by making Yin Yoga widely accessible and appealing internationally. She's a very gentle, nurturing, and comforting approach to Yin Yoga. And as well, yes, that is on the bottom here. That's a little note that was meant for me to add a meditation, a visual of Sarah Power here. That's not for you, but stuff like this happens. Let's keep going. Also, we yoga teachers, even in front of the camera, we are not perfect. And I hope this empowers you to just show up the way you are. Mistakes happen. Nobody wants you perfect. Everybody just wants you the way it is. Stuff just happen, guys. Okay. So I hope this really empowers you. Have courage teaching your class, mess it up, say something wrong, put something wrong on your slide. And at the end, it's okay. It's just okay. Doesn't make me a bad teacher, doesn't make you a bad teacher. Okay. So I really hope this little nugget empowered you. Thank you for past me for putting that there to helping you stay more grounded in just showing up as a human. Now, let's talk about the rise of Yin Yoga in the West. So why did Yin Yoga become popular in the West? So especially because of a lifestyle shift. It's a response to fast-paced, young-dominated routines. What I just said, our Western lifestyle is insane and our human body is not made to keep up with that lifestyle. It truly, truly is not. And we can see that by nowadays, mortality rate has gone high again. Like people start to die earlier again. People get more sick. People are really unhealthy. Mental health is on the rise. Suicide is on the rise. So mental disease is on the rise. So we reached a turning point. Previously, we kept living longer and being healthier longer. Now we go reverse again. We start to die younger again and get more sick. And that is because of our lifestyle. We have such an overstimulating, fast-paced, production-oriented lifestyle that does not serve the human spirit, nor the human body, nor the human mind. And so Yin Yoga is just a natural consequence, response to bring balance into that and a resort of healing and tranquility that the human spirit truly, truly needs. And it's also a really beautiful complementary practice for more dynamic yoga styles like vinyasa. Like the first yoga styles that came into the West were really, like, especially that rocked the West, were really intense yoga styles like hot yoga and Ashtanga yoga that are not meant for everybody, especially for women, not throughout the entire month. They're very masculine practices. And so this is the perfect balance for that. Especially as women, we really need quite some yin in our life. And yeah, Yin Yoga and the rise of it was due to Paul Grilly and Sarah Power that did also do amazing marketing and really knew how to read the mind of the Westerners that really need that. They really figured it out how to deliver it to them. That gave rise to it, but also because there is just such a big demand. And then let's go into the philosophy and benefits of Yin Yoga. And just one thing before, when I say it's a natural response, like a yoga philosophy is based on a concept of karma, actio, reactio. There's an action, there is a reaction. And so the Yin Yoga is a natural consequence of our fast-paced life. There needs to be a counterbalance. And Yin Yoga is one of them that just happened because the rest just happened. Now, philosophy and benefits of Yin Yoga. So the Yin Yoga experience, let's go into it. So philosophy is acceptance, patience, and introspection. That's the core key message of Yin Yoga, and I can highly encourage you to keep that in top of your mind, on your frontal cortex, basically, when you teach. It's all about acceptance, patience, and introspection. And I say that again and again. An advanced yogi is not the one who can stand on their head. An advanced yogi is somebody who's serene in zen and calm inside with who they are in that very moment right now, who have acceptance and patience with themselves and who are able to know their truth, what is truly going on inside. Physical benefits is improves joint mobility, it stretches connective tissue and enhances the chi flow, the prana flow, the life force, and longevity. And the energetic benefits is that it activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest and digest response, which is so important in our life. Your body knows how to heal. Your body perfectly knows how to heal, but we're not giving the body the framework to do so. It's like if we had like a ballerina, but we never let her go on stage, right? And to ever perform in front of an audience. And so the same thing, our body knows how to perform healing, how to do healing, but we don't give the body the space. Yin Yoga changes the mood in the body for the body to step into its self-healing powers. We will have another class on nervous system. Definitely watch that. It's life-changing. I'm serious, it's life-changing. Like besides teaching Yin Yoga, I help women heal their nervous system. That is my mission. That is my purpose in this life because it's so, so important. We really need that. Like if I have to sum up my purpose of this life, it's helping women heal the nervous system. And so I'm very excited about a class about the nervous system because it's life-changing material. And Yin Yoga is life-changing because I feel like it's the fastest way in activating the parasympathetic nervous system response, which is the body's response to self-healing. It's the fastest way I know to tap into that. Well, that being all said and shared, Yin Yoga is a fusion of Taoist practices, Indian yoga, and modern insights. So it's really a new style that was born in the 20th century because we need it so much in our modern time. It offers profound physical, emotional, and energetic benefits. And definitely for you guys and reflection, like let's before we go into a reflection question, these benefits, like it's unique, standing out in its ability to activate the parasympathetic nervous system. It's unique in its abilities for you independently by yourself or guiding your students into that to release the fascia connective tissue and to give acupressure to themselves. This is very unique aspects of Yin Yoga. No other practice on this planet promotes these benefits in this combination. And I truly believe if everybody was to practice 2-3 yin sessions a week, their life would change dramatically. I believe this world would be a much better place if everybody had access to yin yoga. That's why I'm sitting here and sharing that with you. And I'm so excited to be sharing it with you in a way that you're going to share it with other people. Thank you for that. That's really touching me. That gives me tears actually in my eyes. And so, yeah, the benefits are really profound. I'm sure you will experience them just with one session that you practice. I'm sure that's the reason you're here because you experienced it by yourself already. And then a reflection question for you. How can Yin Yoga bring balance to your life? Reflect on that. Ask yourself, where do I need that balance? Why am I called to this practice? And how did it bring balance already to my life? The power of yoga is time, not effort. By Paul Grilly. And it's a beautiful quote to sum up this meaning and what is Yin Yoga, because I always say in the Yin Yoga practice also, let's not go 100% into the pose, because time will bring intensity and consistency is what matters the most. And so, yeah, do it over time. Find your way to do the practice that you can practice it on a consistent basis. Be gentle enough that you can do it every day. Be gentle enough that you can do it for 5 minutes, and everything else will come. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Thank you so much for being on this path of becoming a Yin Yoga teacher. You truly have the power to change the world in your hands, and I'm immensely grateful for choosing to walk this path together with me. It's my greatest honor, and I really, really appreciate you. And I wish you a really beautiful day. Namaste.